It's your boy Hustle's Home, and I'm back with another one. And today we're going to talk about a little bit of everything. Starting off with the Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor fight this past weekend. Salute to Teofimo Lopez and a victory, unanimous decision. And personally, at first before the fight started, like probably like all the way up until like 3 days before the fight started, I thought that Josh Taylor was going to be way too much for Teofimo Lopez. But then I started doing film study and I started looking at his last fight, and I feel like Teofimo Lopez is way better than Jack Catterall. So in the 11th hour, I changed my mind and I picked Teofimo Lopez to win, and I won a couple dollars. Salute to him. Now, where does this put Teofimo Lopez? In my opinion, Teofimo Lopez can break the top 10 pound for pound because to me, this is the biggest. This is one of the biggest wins of the year. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the biggest wins of Teofimo Lopez's career, just simply because I had Josh Taylor high. And the reason why I had Josh Taylor high when he was undisputed is considering the fact that he went through the toughest road to one of the toughest roads to undisputed. But I rate Josh Taylor with the UK fighters. You know what I'm saying? And when you rate him against the UK fighters, he's like worlds better than the UK fighters. Even though he's from Ireland, but Ireland, I feel like you can't be an Irish boxer without coming up fighting UK fighters. You know what I'm saying? That's just the pool of people you're gonna be fighting throughout your whole entire career. So I put them all in the same basket. They're not American fighters. They could be the best fighters in the UK, but Teofimo went in there and just whipped that man ass, man. Like I kind of did not expect that. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt Josh Taylor was bigger. I felt Josh Taylor could impose his will a little bit on Teofimo Lopez, and considering all the outside stuff that he had going on with himself, and I was one of them people that was under the impression that Teofimo Lopez seemed like a mentally frail dude, but he probably one of them dudes that be mentally frail at home, but when it's time to go to work, he put his hard hat on and he go straight to work and he get to work. Because once he got the rhythm in there, Josh Taylor couldn't do anything with him. I'm saying Teofimo Lopez was hitting Josh Taylor with everything. He was hitting him with bombs to the body. He was hitting him with bombs to the top. He got to the point where he was fighting with his hands to his side, you know what I'm saying? And salute to him though, man. He really, really, really gained. I mean, he gained my respect. I never had no kind of beef with Teofimo Lopez in the ring. You know what I'm saying? He's just a clown. Like, is Teofimo Lopez one of the cases where like you probably wouldn't want to meet your favorite fighter? You know what I'm saying? Your favorite fighter's a sucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, but as far as like in his in the ring activities, man, he cannot be denied. You know what I'm saying? I know some people are gonna be like, I didn't believe in Josh Taylor. I didn't. I mean, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and cap like I didn't, believe in Josh Taylor, and I'm not gonna sit here and take a crap on Teofimo Lopez's victory because he deserved all his accolades. You know what I'm saying? And then after the fight, he said he was gonna call it quits, and then like there's always rumblings like before the fight. This is what I don't get about boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's why the title. That's why I bring the title every time, man. Every time you hear rumblings, oh, he need his dad. His dad don't need to be here. He need to get rid of his dad. I don't like his dad. I don't like his dad. Brother, brothers and sisters, I watched him and his dad have a moment in the ring, like in the corner. My nigga was like, I love you. He was like, I love you too. Gave his like, listen, anybody who has a son or a daughter that's in athletics and you are actively in their like athletic building of them, you know what I'm saying? They're build up to being whomever they are. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm gonna use myself for example. I was involved in my son's athletic early on because he was playing football. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to coach football just so I could have that kind of bond with my son. My pops did it for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing it for my son. And all the way up until high school, and then in high school he just continued playing football, and he gained a love for wrestling, and that's when I had to let him learn how to wrestle from other people because I don't know anything about wrestling. So the father son working out, building them up to be something, whatever it is that I wanted them to be. I didn't want to build them up any specific. I didn't have no specific goal, but the only thing I could do was take them to the gym after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know any techniques in wrestling, so I had to leave that to other people. But whenever you in those situations, like whenever, like my son now, he's like, it's like wrestling is similar. It's like a combat sport. So whenever my son is doing this sport and I'm watching this dude do this sport, my confidence in him is at the utmost. Like I think my son is the greatest wrestler in the world. You understand what I'm saying? Like in my mind, he's the greatest wrestler I ever seen before. And I carry it like that. You know what I'm saying? If he lose, I don't feel like he lost because somebody was better than him. I think he lost because my son doesn't take, you know what I'm saying? My son messed up. You know what I'm saying? You didn't beat him. My son messed up. So I get the vibes. I get the understanding of a Tio Lopez Senior. You know what I'm saying? Like I get those vibes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not as militant as Sean Porter's dad, but at the same time, like the pictures in the background represent all the dads that people had beef with. You know what I'm saying? Shane Mosley dad, they said he had to get rid of him. The reason why the picture that's superimposed is the Mayweathers is the ultimate father son combination. You know what I'm saying? The ultimate. Although Roger Mayweather did play a large role in the success of Floyd Mayweather, but by the time Roger Mayweather got to Floyd, Floyd was already cultivated. You know what I'm saying? Floyd had already spent endless time in the gym with his dad. You know what I'm saying? And his team. You know what I'm saying? Just like with Devin Haney. Devin Haney and them, they going through Mexico and all that together. Like sacrifices are made on both behalves. So whenever I hear fans telling the fighters you should get rid of your dad, that's nonsense, man. These dudes, dads, been sacrificing since day one. They've been sacrificing together. If you ain't got no child that you've tried to mold into something, because a lot of you guys and gals out there just totally ignore your children. You know what I'm saying? But when you got this bond, that bond cannot be broken. That bond cannot be broken. It would have to be something major behind the scenes to break that bond. Yeah, just because you do get your dad out the corner doesn't mean that bond don't have to necessarily be broken. Like, eventually Floyd Mayweather wasn't with his pops. There was some kind of beef there, but eventually it's them. If he got to choose his dad, he gonna choose his dad. He gonna choose his dad over you, bro, every time. So I don't get it. Like I salute the fathers, man. I salute Bill Haney for his amazing. Like if I had the opportunity to play the role of Bill Haney with my son, my dude, like I wouldn't do nothing different from Bill Haney. I wouldn't do nothing different from Teofimo Lopez Senior. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do anything different. Like I wouldn't be drunk, but hell, I mean that's his prerogative. You know what I'm saying? Like another example that I didn't put up here that a lot of people was the Ball brothers. You know what I'm saying? LaMelo Ball Daddy. They literally ran him out of there. But look what happened though. Look what happened. His son's in there. His son he they did exactly what happened. The only thing is now they gotta play their part and be the best NBA players they can possibly be, because the endless nights in the gym, the endless nights in shadow boxing for these boxers, the endless free throws that don't nobody see, the endless cone drills that don't nobody see, the endless miles that these dudes run with they, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't get to see behind the struggle. We don't never get the dad's point of view, bro. We don't never get the dad's point of view as far as like these athletics. We automatically think like, oh man, I don't like his personality. I don't like his personality. There's a lesson that I teach my kids it's like I try to teach my kids this lesson more than often. Like it doesn't matter what you like. Your opinion is your opinion. Like it doesn't matter what you like. I do stuff that I don't like every day. It doesn't matter what you like. That's your personal taste. That's that dude, Daddy Teofimo Lopez. is I should have made the picture of Teofimo Lopez and his dad even bigger, because you hear it with the Bill Haneys, you heard it with the Porters, you know what I'm saying? You heard it with the Shane Mosleys, but it's real big with the Lopez. And that's because his dad is his dad. His dad is a loud dude, you know what I'm saying? Like his dad got undying confidence in his son. And he was willing to say even how he made mistakes, thinking that his son could do more than what his son could actually think he could do. Because we think that we've talked our sons up. I'm gonna tell you a story. Like, I stopped whooping my kid real early because, I got PTSD and shit. So I was kind of going too hard on him and stuff. And I started doing like up downs when he was like probably like 7 years old, 8 years old, something like that. And one day, you know what I'm saying, like he had made me so mad, you know, and I think it had to do with like I don't know if he disrespected his mom or some shit I way overreacted on, you know what I'm saying? So I decided I wanted to put him I put him in the up down position, you know what I'm saying? And I was doing, he only got to do 5, you know what I'm saying? He only got to do 5 up downs. That's the rule, you know what I'm saying? But the rule, you could be down for 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? You could be down for a minute. Your chest better not hit that floor. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of like, I tried to break my son one day, bro. Like the nigga didn't give up, and while he was doing it, bro, like it clicked in my mind. Like I was so fucking proud of this boy. After he did that, I think he was like 7 or 8 years old. I was so on the inside, like I was doing it as a punishment. But to see my son, he was down there, he was crying, he was real emotional, but he did not give up, not one single time. I've never been able, like that's when I knew that my son was a straight dog. You know what I'm saying? And then like that's when, you know what I'm saying, we did the football and all that. But I'm saying all that to say this, like, man, we don't understand the struggle. We don't understand the struggle, the behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand that these fathers, their son growing up to be men. You know what I'm saying? Like, they losing throughout the time that their child is becoming the man and all, they losing control. They could see it. You know what I'm saying? They family, they boys getting married with Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? With Angel with Teofimo Lopez Sr. or whatever. He sees his son getting married. His son's having marriage difficulties. Like we don't like. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that his dad may be his rock right now. His mom, because you don't really hardly ever see his mom, but his dad could be his rock. Like we can't tell that man to quit his dad. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of that shit right there with the stress of I don't know if that really get to him or not, but that could be a factor between him retiring, because he retired after this fight. You know, I know he got a little beef with his baby mom. They should try not to let him see his kid. But I mean, you rich, brother. You should take her to court. If you want to see your kid, let the judge let you see your kid. You know what I'm saying? Don't get that woman no power over your kid. You know what I'm saying? You know what to do. But salute to Teofimo Lopez. Salute to all the dads out there, all the athletic dads out there out grinding with their kids, the Deion Sanders, the Sean Porters, the Floyd Mayweather, I mean the Kenny Porters, the Floyd Mayweather seniors, the Bill Haneys, the uh who else? Roy Jones' dad, you know what I'm saying? Like salute to all the dads out there who aim the gun of greatness to their kids, and their kids having the absolute trust in their father's plan to actually execute. Because nowadays is an anti, especially black father, is an anti-black father rhetoric out there going on about black fathers. But if you see right here, you know, you got the greatest of all time, you know what I'm saying, in some people's mind. His dad was right there the whole time. His dad has flaws. We got flaws. We men. We got flaws. Like, what the hell? Like, they love us for who we are. They don't love us under no condition. My son don't love us under no condition. Me and my son got in a fight the other day. He don't love me no less. You know what I'm saying? I said some hurtful shit to him probably. He said I said some shit that he needed. I felt like he needed to know. but he don't love me no less for telling him that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, we should be celebrating these guys, man. Kenny Porter should be in Hall of Fame right along with Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? When Devin Haney dad get in there, when Devin Haney get into the Hall of Fame, Bill Haney should be right there in the Hall of Fame. If Teofimo Lopez has a Hall of Fame career, which I think he do, if Tim Bradley could make it to the Hall of Fame, I think Teofimo Lopez did just as much as Tim Bradley. If you want to be real, Tim Bradley, you know. So if Teofimo Lopez make it to the Hall of Fame, I feel like Junior should make it to the Hall of Fame too. Junior's Coach of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Hustles Home. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Hustles Home. And I'm out.